So a quick recap. I wanted to push bondo patching to its limit. So took this bargain bin prosthetic, riddled with steam bubbles, ripped down the side to make a worse edge, just so I could show you how I could rebuild it. Also had to deal with these cold foam ears that refuse to stay stuck down, and it's been a couple hours. And I definitely do not want to waste this prosthetic. Yeah, and also a side note, because of how the eyes are sculpted, kind of messing with my vision a little bit. So that's just another layer of how much this prosthetic is testing my patience. Since there is a mountain of bondo on the side of my face, we're going to have to paint this very gently. I did seal it with some Beta Bond, powdered it, and let's go. Using Mehron Paradise paints, since I could sponge it on carefully and build the color up. Let me tell you, I have already hit that point of this makeup that I am so ready to rip this thing off my face. Just gonna mix the lighter and medium blue. I did make the face slightly lighter than the rest of the head. It's pretty subtle though. For whatever delusion, I thought, oh, maybe I can just finish building up the color with spattering it, and that way I don't have to worry about accidentally ruining that big chunk of bondo. Well, yeah, you probably guessed it. That's not gonna work at all. So let's get back to sponging. And you're probably watching this thinking, why don't you just airbrush it? Well, I haven't completely lost my mind. I wanted texture in this makeup and not that softer, nice blend that the airbrush does. So there was a plan and kind of a method to my madness. But you better believe I did bust out that airbrush to do the shading. Just bringing in some more of those darker blues. I was really sloppy with covering this foam, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and airbrush some of that lighter blue anyway. Have to hand paint some of those wrinkles with the dark blue because you can actually still see that raw foam color in those deeper parts of the sculpture. Added some shading to the base of the horns and darken everything up. Spattered white, light blue, and dark blue because I want to get that texture back since the airbrush kind of softened everything. Add some pink to the nose. And then I did skip to a skin Illustrator pink because I wanted a more intense color for the markings. I'm just kind of bouncing around, deciding where I want all these blotches and islands of color to be. Painted the horns, used some dark blue pressed powder to really deepen some of the shading. Moved on to purple. I mean, it's an alien, so might as well play with some color. I have a shiny new highlighter palette. Let's give this look a little glow. Now, this does stick fine to the skin, but the prosthetic and the bald cap are gonna need a little help. So I did spray those with some sealer, and that's just gonna give the pigment something really to hold on to really pump up that shine. Did pop in the contacts before this step, so I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the eyes. Just adding some purple and darkening them up a little bit. A little touch of blue. I did decide to wear some cat pupil lenses, so I will be repositioning those constantly. Fun, but I do think it's worth it. I think the orange looks really cool with all these blues. And if you like alien looks, be sure to click over to the next video. I actually plan to reuse those pieces for future makeup. And let's just hope they do not need as much patching and repair as this makeup needed.